and welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, the damned fool.
My name is Tori, pretty fucking hungry. Can we speed this up? Thompson.
My name is Tyler. No one should be taking us seriously at all. Because I found out moments ago, literally moments ago as of the moment of recording, did you know that Salty Ninja MD in our Discord is a real doctor?
No shit, really?
That's not fucking true. No, that's not true.
No way.
That's literally, as of, I just discovered this recently, and now I'm a little bit fucked up because no one smart should be listening to us. I trust doctors even less now, knowing that like a doctor listens to me. I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a standard of people who I think are just they're just better than me. And if they like me, then I immediately take that entire class and bring them back down to my level. Like, oh, well, if you like me, then you must not actually be special.
Okay, here's the situation. Salty Ninja MD does the same thing that we do with garbage reality TV shows. We watch it to point and laugh at those stupid people, and Salty Ninja listens to us.
We're
to
the
point
dumb,
and laugh at
stupid
dumb
people.
Podcasters.
We're the Love is Blind.
We're the circle.
Hey, let's check in on what the fucking idiots have to say today. I love looking at what stupid people say. Their brains are just so much more simple than mine.
I love being a doctor.
But to be fair, are we supposed to come at it from an angle where it's like, oh, I'm offended that people like consume our content to turn their brain off? Because it's not like we're not giving any useful tips. We've never once said something handy.
I don't know. I feel like I've got a real brain racker when I ask what happens when you die in a restaurant, but that's just
and
me.
It's
that
been
might just be me.
2 episodes, everyone. 2 episodes since we've asked the question,
That's
who
a real
would die
thinker.
in a restaurant?
I'm gonna take 5. You do continue.
I think we're a little bit intelligent, but we're not intelligent enough to get to the point of like, yes, this is a professional show where learned people can listen to us.
Well, there is comedy podcasts where like it's like a political comedy show, so you're listening, but you're like, okay, I'm still getting like some info about what's going on or something.
Yeah, or like Sawbones, you know?
There's nothing to be garnished from this.
Yeah, no, none.
Like,
So stop.
so
You deserve
Stop
better.
listening.
Get. Can't you see we don't want you? Get out of here. We gotta white fang our intelligent audience.
Just think about the restaurant, said Salty Ninja.
come on, just focus. We got to put you down, Salty. We got to put you right down.
Whoa,
'cause you
okay,
can't be
whoa.
listening to us.
You guys really changed that to now we're going to kill Salty Ninja.
No. We're going to euthanize. There's a difference.
Yeah, exactly. We're not doing it in like a bad, mean way. We're doing it in like a humane way of like, you probably shouldn't be listening to us. And now that you have already listened to us, you're no good to the rest of society. So we just got to do the humane thing and push it down.
You were on God's path. You were going to help people. You were going to find new cures, discover all the best stuff. But then you listened to us talk about Kumail Nanjiani's carbohydrate retardant mouth, and there's no coming back from that, unfortunately.
That's the point of no return, honestly.
No, you heard welcome to Hardy's review, and you stayed tuned in, and that's how I know I can't trust you.
Oh boy.
That's how I just know that you just anything. So I feel like we have to eliminate certain professions from our podcast where we have to say like, you can't listen to us if you do this.
A screening process. Like
okay.
I feel I feel like a grocery stocker can probably listen to us, right?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Their brain doesn't need to be focused on more important things.
If you have more than a 4-year college degree in any discipline, do not listen to our show.
No, absolutely not. Well, unless it's like a business degree, because then like if you spent
Are there any
more than
business
that's what I'm saying. If
any
you spent
business
more than
degrees?
4 years in a business degree, what else did you learn? That's stupid of you for staying. You're welcome here.
But they're all listening to the JRE, okay? So we lost them already. That's fine with me.
Oh, that's the other stipulation. If we ever find out that you have listened to even 30 seconds of the JRE, you are banned from our show. We will remove you from our audience.
I feel like if you're a pilot, you can't listen to us.
No. And that goes for like if you're a plumber, but in your spare time, you also have a pilot's license. Mm-hmm. You still can't.
That's too technical. There's too much going on there. Really, there's not a lot of people I think that should be listening to us, because I think if the more people that listen to us, the overall intelligence would kind of just slip too far down, and we would render society mostly useless if we had a wide audience.
The level of humor might rise up a little bit, you know?
It might. Like, all we're going to get is like, really, all we're going to recover from that, though, Tori, is that if you fart in public, it's no longer embarrassing. It's like, nice. And that's all we got. That's all we fixed in the world.
That's not a good return on investment.
It's not a really good ROI, yeah.
Is it objectively a good thing? Yes. Is it good for now we don't have surgeons? No, it's not. That's not a good return. So we get farting is funny. We lose surgeons. I don't know if I'm willing to take that deal.
Yeah, that's a really bad trade-off.
I will sacrifice surgeons for funny farts, I think.
Elaborate, please. Like, I'm not judging you. I just want to know your perspective.
Don't cut me open. Let me die. And let's have a good laugh. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So we keep
one PowerPoint slide.
This is good. We can keep surgeons in a capacity, but they don't actually like cut you open. It's just instead of like anesthetics, they just like pump you full of gas, and then you fart really loud on the operating table, and then everyone's got a good laugh, and then they just put you down.
Yeah, because there's nothing more cathartic than a good fart, right? So like any ailment that you have, if you just let one fucking rip, you're probably gonna get cured, right?
I feel like the people who find out that surgeons started listening to our show and like have begun to dumb down, it's not going to be funny because they're still a surgeon for a little bit, and they're going to try and pull some real goofs on people that are not going to land well because they didn't read the room right. So they're going to be trying to put someone under, and they're going to like take a little hit first and then put it over their mouth. They're like, you know, they'll like knock them out for a little bit and then have them wake up and like pull a prank that they removed one of their arms or something. Like, it's going to be bad humor that's going to be bad for society.
The surgeon's going to put them under and look at everyone else in the room and go, oh man, this guy died in a restaurant or something.
See, it's still not funny, even when a surgeon does it.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone else in the room is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And they're like, no, so like what? And then they try explaining it, and everyone's like, that sucked. What? No.
As he's like up in the body and everything, like doing surgery shit, he's just like, you know, but like think about it, right? Does the meal get paid for?
Hey, Salty, I got a new, like, if you're looking for like a new LinkedIn bio or like, you know, like a good tagline for like your resume, it's up in the body doing surgeon shit is how Tay just described it as. Pretty perfect, you know? That's a really good resume piece if you were looking.
Do it. Put that as your bio in quotes and then do a little music note emoji after it so that people are searching for that song.
Are we describing a resume or a MySpace page? What the fuck?
Oh, fucking then make a sick layout that uses our logo. Custom layout where it's like just a repeater pattern.
That's
So
pretty
sick.
rad. Yeah. Yeah, put it on like
sick.
a skateboard deck too. That would be pretty cool.
Ooh,
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
The skateboarders can't listen to our podcast. I feel they're just too cool. They're just too cool, you know?
No way.
Nah,
I feel like we're perfect skateboard podcast material.
Oh, you think we're down with the borders?
I don't know what the fuck you're on right now, man, but like we'd be hot with the skateboarders.
We need to make a distinction. Longboarders absolutely can listen to our show.
Get them the fuck out of here.
Skateboarders, maybe not.
Nah, I'd say all of them.
Okay.
Your grinds are cool, but you're not helping anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. I respect the skaters. I'm saying I don't think we bring enough to their life where they can mutually respect us, you know? Like the trade-off, they're doing cool flips and tricks.
Whoa.
I don't think you've ever talked to a skateboarder, Tyler.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. Do you think anyone who listens to this show has mutual respect for us? Are you under the illusion that people respect us?
I mean, maybe.
Tyler, we're fucking podcasters, my guy. Open your goddamn eyes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think a doctor should be listening to us, is because like a doctor should know better than to not listen or respect me.
What about astronauts? All those fuckers do is float around.
They don't have much else going on.
Yeah, they have all the time in literally the world to just do whatever they want up in zero G, so why not listen to a podcast?
Yeah, I feel like they could. I feel like they could let their brain, like everything else is atrophying while they're up there. Let their brain do it too.
Also, we all know it's all fake anyway. They're not really there. So, like, they're just hanging out in a warehouse somewhere with a bunch of green screens. So, like, what else are they going to do but listen to a podcast?
And then, like, what experiments would they even perform in zero G anyway? Like, oh, which way does a plant grow in zero G? Up, dipshit. It's always
Dumbass.
up.
They just make the stuff float by big fans underneath them. See? See, I'm smart enough to decipher that.
It's like those skydiving practice areas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
They're constantly just doing that.
The vertical wind tunnel.
Yeah.
And you look goofy doing that, by the way.
Of
You look
course.
so honestly, it's hard for me to respect someone who's in zero G. Like, I'm looking at their body kind of like flailing around. It's like, you know, like when you're looking at like newborn babies and they don't have like the musculature to like really move themselves.
Yeah.
That's how I think of like astronauts, is like when I see them in zero G and they're kind of like struggling to like move around, I'm like, how do you expect me to respect them as a human being?
Sure, you're a smushy baby.
They're essentially a smushy baby right now.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever been in zero G?
No, but I imagine I would also be pretty bad at it, which is why I'm not gonna just willingly put myself on camera struggling to move. It's a bad look. I'm not gonna look hot, okay?
Well, what if you could strap like a snowboard to your space boots, and that way you could like strike poses so that if there's a photo snapped of you, you at least look like you're catching some pretty sick air?
That's a pretty good idea.
What helps you get there?
a photos only is good, but when it's video, you just look clumsy. You know, it's when you get, it's when the it's when the man behind the curtain fully reveals himself. That's when it's like, oh.
Having a snowboard on your feet in a video in zero G would look so damn awkward.
Also, imagining someone struggling to like strap a snowboard on in zero G is like so fucking funny to me.
No, you take off with the snowboard attached already.
You have to, because there's
everything
no way, like,
but posing for pictures is horribly hard to do.
Exactly. So if you are, look, long story short, if you're out there and you're really in any profession, I feel like the recurring theme that we actually landed on is that no one should be listening to us, regardless of profession. But like, especially so if your profession involves being responsible for the livelihood of other people, no shot.
Which is most jobs anyway.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, name me a job that isn't
Party City.
Okay, that's the one exception.
Any retail job.
A bakery.
Hey, I need my sweet little treats. That's my livelihood. Don't take that away from me.
That's
Now we're just arguing the philosophical definition of livelihood.
Maybe we'll get to labor next, and then we can talk about capital.
Yeah, we're not, and hey, not that kind of show. I'll tell you that much. Not that kind of show. We're not going to give you anything to think about. No way, no how.
because we're the circle of podcasting.
Have you watched that show?
We might be more like Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, come on.
That's 100% accurate. I'll take that. I will take that. At a certain point, dating shows just feel disrespectful. Like, at a certain point, it just reaches like, because the premise is like they're obviously not doing it actively, But what they're trying to pull people in with is like, look at this unlovable freak. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they're like. They're not explicitly doing it, but that's what they want to pull you in with is like, in this dating show, it's actually different because we take someone who's got blank thing wrong with them.
Yeah. This isn't funny, but it's a modern day circus of like, step right in and see the freak show.
Oh, God. Not sure if we
It's not a good thing. I already said that.
It's not,
I'm just saying it's what those sick fucks are doing.
Yeah, I know.
Step right up. Do you think you could love a podcaster? And that's what the next one is.
Unfortunately,
No.
a lot of people have to learn to because all white people podcast.
It's true. That's not a
It's
baseless
so-
claim. That's just true.
It is kind of like a thing where if someone like starts a sentence with like, well, in my podcast, I'm like, I have tuned out of everything you have to tell me now. Everything.
Yeah.
It just turns into white
Yeah.
noise. Or even better
Yeah.
yet,
It's the equivalent of someone like showing you their music. Like, you know what? Like, have you seen the fucking TikToks where people go up on the street or like find people sitting at a coffee shop or something and they just walk up like, hey, check this out real quick. And they just play their own music for this person. And you're just
Did
supposed
I
to
just write
watch
the
their
song
blind
of the
reaction?
summer?
Yeah, no, you fucking didn't, Grant.
You
Sorry, you didn't. You wrote a basic ass song that sounds like all other songs, and that's why you'll never bubble to the top. Give up on your fucking dreams and go get a goddamn job, you worthless pile of shit.
Whoa, we are going places this episode.
We don't need you to be an influencer. You can barely play guitar.
That's why we're saying we're bad. We need more doctors. We need
Yeah.
more salty ninjas. We don't need more influencers. Stop it. We need electricians. We don't need influencers. You know how much the quotes are to remodel my kitchen right now? A lot. I need more carpenters. I need way more
I don't
contractors.
think that's why it costs a lot, Tyler.
Yeah. It's not
I
like
don't think that it's like, well, there's actually only 4 people who can remodel your kitchen, so that's why it costs so much.
It's all a big monopoly. They all get together in like
Yeah,
dark
it's a
robes
cabal.
and like sit in like a high council, like fucking Kingdom Hearts style. And they're like, I quoted him $18,000.
But each member on the council's the head of like plumbing, electrician, carpentry.
Yeah.
the 7 sages.
The 7 stages of house remodeling, like everything you could ever need. And they all work against you actively.
There's been a split between plumbers and HVAC for some time now, and there's like the new king must try and rekindle it and bring the kingdoms together.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard to get those guys to agree on anything.
Anything.
Oh, you know them.
You guys want to look for love with me today?
No.
Okay.
No, I have a girlfriend. Thank you.
Well, no. You're not looking for your love. You're helping me find mine.
Oh, I don't like being helpful.
Well, welcome to Craigslist.
I'll help you if I could judge them only based off looks.
Yeah, that's what I need help with.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome to Craigslist Misconnections, where we go through the Hail Mary attempts on a dark corner of the internet to find your one lost true love. Would you guys like to hear?
And it is always your true love. Like that
Yes,
person you
it
saw
is.
in the Hardee's drive-thru, that was your true love, and this is your one shot. You better make it.
It wasn't that you caught one half side angle of their face for 3 seconds and just thought, oh, that looks like the type of person I'm attracted to.
Come on, there's obviously more to it. So
There's
this
a
first one is
spark,
Trader
Tori.
Joe's man in St. Paul. I'm the blonde-haired, blue-eyed mid-20s girl. We kept making eye contact at Trader Joe's today around 11 a.m. Really sad I didn't say hi, frowny face. See, there's a lot more to that than just I saw you at a fucking gas station, Tori. They're at a Trader
No,
Joe's. There's something there.
They're at a Trader Joe's, which is a classier establishment. I'll admit
yeah.
that. Hey, I
Yeah, no, that's
call me
just
out when
true.
I'm wrong. I'm ready to adapt to the times, baby.
They also, here's how I know it's bullshit, is because they said they were at a classy place. You know, they said they were at like, oh, I was at the Trader Joe's shopping ethically. I was also the bombshell blonde with blue eyes
In my early 20s.
and my physique is fucking awesome. I'm so hot.
Got 44 double Ds. I'm sure you could tell. Mm.
I'm the one woman on planet Earth who appeals to every man. You must have seen me.
I'm also incredibly learned. I have 4 degrees.
But I don't talk about it much because that would be conceited.
Exactly. Like, no. Just say what we all know it was. It was, hey, I pulled up in the Cookie Monster pajama pants at the McDonald's, okay? You saw me.
I ate that wet burger like it was a trough, all right?
I fucking put out my cig on the wall before I walked in because I accidentally walked in first and they said, you can't smoke in here. And then I fucking passive aggressively like flicked it in the garbage inside.
No, you flicked it in a little kid's McNuggets.
I remember you watching me while I took the TikTok where I slapped the Ronald McDonald statue on the bench.
Hell yeah.
I ashed on Grimace's forehead, okay? I know you saw me. I know you saw me because I made a big scene of it. I said, hey, everyone, look, I'm about to ash on Grimace's forehead.
How far off do you think we're getting? How far off do you think we are from just getting a McDonald's special item like the McRib, but it's just the McPiggy trough?
I mean, honestly, it's probably not that far off, and I wouldn't even be shocked if the branding wasn't even that far off.
I mean, Tyler and I would eat it for sure.
I would fully eat that shit. I would feel bad about it, but I would eat it.
Give me like a micro metal trough to eat out of. Absolutely.
A mule bag.
Kind of sidebar, they kind of already did that with the mcDLT, where it was special packaging, and it's honestly so rad. We need to do weird shit like this again, where they had half of the sandwich on a hot side, and then half of the sandwich on a cool side, and then you fold it together to put the sandwich together because it's a commercial with George Costanza of Seinfeld fame. And he's like, hey, and he's doing cool jazzy moves. And he's like, do you hate when your lettuce is also hot because of the burger? When you want it to be cool? Well, what if there was a way to put it all together? And yeah.
The beef stays hot, the cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. The hottest taste, the coolest dish. Keep it hot, hot, keep it cool, cool. mcDLT, mcDLT, hot, beefy McD, cool, crisp LT, mcDLT.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I know, and it's fucking and I would have eaten it. That's what I'm saying. I'm a dumb individual for looking at that and being like, yes, I would eat.
So
yeah, I guess I do like slightly chillier lettuce.
So
yes.
I had to look it up because I couldn't picture what you were talking about. And the McDonald's wiki has a perfect paragraph here. It says the McDLT was a cheeseburger that served at McDonald's in a styrofoam container that split between the meat and the vegetables and sauce. This item was discontinued in 1998 because its styrofoam packaging was particularly bad for the environment.
Exactly.
And the quote unquote sandwich was particularly bad for you. That's them going, you know what I bet would increase sales? If we made up a reason that people don't actually have an issue with our burgers, but we say this is an issue some people have, and then we go, put it together yourself, Piggy.
Yes. Tori, I don't know why you aren't in marketing. You'd be great at it because you understand the human being at a core level of like, you're all stupid, okay? I just made up an arbitrary reason. And me, the individual, the consumer, I was like, I guess I don't like it when my lettuce is a little bit too hot. I would like it to.
I guess I don't like my lettuce room temperature.
I would like it to be cooler and crisper. And if Jason Alexander of George Costanza fame was dancing around in an all-white suit selling it to me, I'd buy it.
And here's the thing. It wouldn't be a different temperature. It would just not be there, and then placebo would take over.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because they're not storing those ingredients at a colder temperature.
No.
They are in a bucket.
It's all comes from the same fucking place. But you know what? Tay and I, as the true red-blooded Americans we are, will proudly eat that McDonald's slop, and we will say thank you.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I will read the Pledge of Allegiance at a fucking McDonald's and then eat that sandwich. That's how much of a red-blooded American I am.
Hell yeah. So this next one is beautiful blonde at Caribou.
Oh,
Beautiful blonde sitting in the corner at Caribou who gave me a big smile. Love to grab coffee. Hey, dipshit.
That happened.
You missed your chance. You're already
She already
there.
got the coffee. She's at the place where you get the coffee. So
Yeah, but I mean, maybe like you want to go back? Like once you go home, we all do this. We go home, and while we're on the toilet taking our post-coffee poop, we all open up Craigslist and we all head to the misconnections page and we see like when I was out in
As
public
is custom.
today at the coffee shop, did anyone notice me and want to hook up with me? And we all do that when we're on the toilet. And then when you see that, maybe then they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, got it. I'll go back for the coffee now.
Yeah, of course.
After I finish this really stinky poop.
if you see like a very attractive individual, you're sitting at a coffee shop, writing your novel or some shit, as one does. You're writing the next big hit of the summer.
First thing you should do, go to hell, but Tori, continue.
Yeah. And then someone comes in and you're watching him and you're like, oh, damn, what a pretty person. I am curious about them. What would be the order that they get to the counter that makes you unattracted to them? What's like the red flag coffee order?
Oh, I see.
Okay, it's got to be a coffee order.
No,
Yeah.
it can just be an order.
Red flag order at a coffee shop.
I think.
So if you want to say like a feta wrap, you're like, I mean,
Any-
absolutely, yes.
on
Literally-
on one end of the spectrum for me, it's I'll take a large black coffee with 2 extra shots in it. That person is a psycho. But on the other end of the spectrum, there is, I'll take a frappuccino with like 45 extra sweeteners and whipped topping on top of the whipped topping. That's also a psycho.
I'm going to disagree with Tay on the first one. Whoever's getting a large black coffee with 2 extra shots of espresso, they give great head. I'm just going to throw that into the universe. They give great head.
Anyone who gets extra shots is fucking throat goat. I feel like adults who order children's drinks, like if you go there and you're just ordering like
Milk.
cookies blended into milk and then covered in whipped cream, and you're like, oh, yummy. And
Damn
it's
it,
like midday.
Yeah, who does that?
Damn it. Tori will never post about me in the Craigslist misconnections. I like my sweet treats too much. Dang it.
There's something
Tori's
about
never
it
going to
where it's
post
like,
about
don't
me
order
now.
off the kids menu.
Oh, is there an actual kids menu? I
think Tori's just ascribing like certain kinds of drinks to
I
children.
wouldn't know, would I?
Tori didn't work as a barista for many years.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. Because you're just so much of a good podcaster now.
I genuinely I don't go and get coffee. Is there a separate kids menu?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that would be a bad one. If you ordered off the kids
Yeah.
menu, that's 100% a red flag. But my first red flag, I think, would be if you are at a coffee place and you order any of their hot sandwiches or any cold one, actually, any food item. If you get a wrap, a sandwich, anything like that, you can get a pastry, go ahead. But if you're getting a sandwich, I'm that's pretty expensive for the dog shit that you're getting.
Okay. I thought you were just going to paint
That's
a broad stroke.
a weird
here.
ass stance. That's the weirdest stance so
Yeah.
far.
I get where you're coming from,
What?
but
I
it
just
is
don't
a very
understand
strange stance to have.
Because it's lunchtime and you're hungry.
Or breakfast time and you're hungry.
I just can't. It's I had a Starbucks wrap once and it was one of the worst things I've ever eaten. So if someone was ordering that and they're like, I love that shit, I can't trust that. It's a bad wrap. It tastes like mostly plastic.
Okay. I can understand that.
Okay. Probably because the lettuce was too hot.
No, it was their egg tasted like it was it tasted like it came from a fake kitchen, it tasted like plastic. Everything was very plasticky about it.
Maybe they
that
just
is
gave you
fucking stupid, Tyler, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you go there and you order a coffee, and guess what? It also kind of tastes like dog shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's to get the coffee. You're going there for the coffee. Right? It's a coffee place. But to also get the wrap that tastes bad, like the coffee is the coffee. Like 98% of the population doesn't give a shit what the coffee tastes like. The coffee is the coffee.
But all of the sandwiches I've ever had are good, so that's a
Have you
weird
considered?
one.
Have you considered you like microplastics in your body?
Have you
ever
considered that we can't avoid them?
Have you considered that maybe your body has exactly, we can't avoid them, and you've sort of developed a taste for the microplastics, and you're becoming microplastic man, and sort of like similar to Static Shock, you'll be able to like absorb all of the plastic, and you could use it for good.
Pollute the oceans.
Yes, you could use it for good and pull it out of the ocean, but I think we all just figured out the kind of person you are, and you put more plastic in the ocean was your first order of business.
You figured out that you had this like plastic bending ability, and then you go, wait, I know where my greatest source of power is. And then you go to the great garbage patch in the Pacific Ocean and just kind of rise up like a Super Saiyan.
Or you want more plastic all over the earth because if you ever get in a fight, you need to have it kind of ready so that you can actually bend it. So it can never be too far away.
Because everyone on Earth has microplastics in their bloodstream now, you can kind of like blood bend.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Holy shit, we just developed the greatest superpower.
Next one here is Sandy, you wanted to talk. I'm willing to, if you still would like to. And then there are 3 ellipses and a single period. Mr. Motorcycle.
P.S. Please let me see the kids again.
Fuck, that's such a rad nickname. Fuck. Why didn't I fucking think of that? Shit.
Because you don't
God
ride
damn it.
motorcycles.
Yeah,
If
but
you
it
rode a
would be, but
motorcycle,
maybe people would think I did. And maybe people would think I'm cool if my name was Mr. Motorcycle.
Mr. Motorcycle is
Yeah.
a good title for a human being.
Fuck.
Because you know who it is. Like, if someone is bold enough to, like, say from Mr. Motorcycle, you're not going to be like, well, it could be Jeff or it could be Greg. Or, like, you know who it is immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot of mystery in that one. You know, like, oh yeah, it's my neighbor who wears a bandana. That's who Mr. Motorcycle is.
Yeah. He's always wearing leather pants, and it seems extremely hard to bend over. It takes him 12 minutes to pick up the newspaper.
And it makes a lot of noise.
And
He grunts so much.
It just sounds like so like squeaky too. Like it's the loud. My kids are trying to sleep in on a Saturday, and here he is pulling up the newspaper, and it's a whole fucking ruckus.
He's always starting his motorcycle at like 5 a.m. And then when I go out there and check it out, he waves from his garage and yells, "Getting up and at 'em, huh?"
And then another half hour goes by of it idling there, and then he peels off to the local diner to eat with his motorcycle buddies.
And then he peels off and slips on a patch of black ice and fucking eats
Dies.
shit.
All right, the next one here is Miss Butterfly. I loved holding and being held by you also, Mr. Motorcycle.
Whoa! No!
What?
No!
What?
This guy gets around, dude.
Oh, fuck. God, he gets around on fucking 2 beautiful wheels. God damn.
My whole perception of him just changed from a loser who's
I
just
want to
like,
fuck him.
to like, oh, I'm top shit around town. To now, I actually believe that he is top shit around town. He is fucking traversing this great American landscape via Harley and fucking every town, left and right.
Hey, okay, right now. Describe his hog.
Beautiful.
It's a Harley, obviously. Oh, you meant his penis.
No, I meant his hog. I want to know, does he got like normal handlebars? He got them big fuckers that you hang from like a jungle gym.
They're not that big, but they are respectable.
He's got them. His name is Mr. Motorcycle. This is a man who loves his motorcycle more than he loved his 2 previous ex-wives and all of the children from those marriages. This man got them a big old fucking handlebars. He is reaching up from them. He has custom fitted a brand new exhaust just to make that bitch louder. He's got custom saddlebags with his initials and flames sewn into them.
But initials MM.
Yep, Mr.
Yes,
Motorcycle.
his
Hell
Mr. Motorcycle
yeah, dude.
is embroidered into that motorcycle bag. And of course, in that motorcycle bag, like in that saddlebag, is a little extra cushion he can put on the motorcycle because he's always got a beautiful woman on the back.
For the honeys.
For the
Back of his
He's
fucking the back of his leather cut is just like a patch of fucking Ghost Rider going through flames.
He's also got like fucking handlebars on his leather jacket so they can hold on a little tighter, you know?
Fuck, and he leaves it on during coitus.
Oh,
100%. Hey,
I want to
that was
fuck
just
Mr. Motorcycle, dude.
I also want to fuck Mr. Motorcycle just because that's what's in the left saddlebag. The right saddlebag, pop that open. Officers don't know this. It's meant to look like a leather bag. That is actually an insulated cooler with a bunch of Anheuser Busch in there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's got every kind of it.
'Cause-
It's not just the Coors. He's got the Miller. He's got the Bud. Anything you want, he can pull out of that cooler.
Do you think?
God, it's so fucking
No,
rad.
there's no way, right? Do you think he has McGolden in there?
Oh, he's got. Hey. He's got Miller High Life in there.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
The champagne
Yeah.
of beers?
The champagne of beers. Okay.
The champagne
God
of beer?
damn.
Yeah. Hey, I know what you're wondering. He got a White Claw in there? No, that's for pussies. Okay.
No, it's for pussies. And he
for
doesn't want to
pussies,
fuck
okay?
anyone who drinks White Claw. Even if the most smoking hot blonde walks up to him and goes, "Oh my God, do you have a White Claw?" He's out of there. He knows
He's
what
fucking
it's
She'd be
about.
like,
peeling out.
actually, I'll just take a Miller High Life.
And he's like, "Hop on, babe."
Hop on. And you know what? I know what you're also wondering. He got a Heineken in there? Absolutely not. American brews only. Okay, baby? American brews only.
God, hey, you think he takes the bottle out and opens it with his fucking teeth?
Of course. What else would
Tori,
he open
he's
it
got
with?
a bottle opener custom fitted on the bike, like right under the handlebar, so he
that's
can just
so
reach down and while he's driving.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, it's not, but it's so cool.
It's so
Hey, I finished my
fucking
beer.
rad.
Do you have a recycling bin? Grabs it and throws it onto the road.
The world's our recycling bin, baby.
He throws the bottle ahead of the bike and it shatters on the road. He drives over the glass and he's just like, "I like to live dangerously."
God, this dude is so fucking desirable.
Absolutely. The next one here is missing one. Missing a friend. Can you help me find her or him for the right situation? Is this
If you need help
is
finding
this-
them, it's pretty important to know certain things like this. I'm gonna kill my dog quick.
Is this the gender fluid person that we're talking about here? The one that can change their gender at will? Because like
That's more
depending on
like
the
a
right
lycanthropy of
situation-
gender.
What?
Is this?
Like a lycanthropy of gender.
Oh yeah.
Like on the full moon, you become a boy.
Oh!
I'm so confused. What is this coded for? This is obviously like, hey, I want to fuck, but like I can't even decipher what they mean by this.
Oh,
like,
they mean I'm desperate and I just want someone to talk to and hold hands with and tell me that it's all. gonna
Oh,
be
so what
okay.
they're saying is, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm talking to someone, but really what I'm saying is, are you a boy or a girl or anyone? Talk to me, please.
Yes.
Okay. And there's nowhere better they could have done that. Like a sort of chat room or a forum of some kind.
Or talking to a therapist about why you're so lonely.
A better help. It doesn't need to be, like an in-person. You could do like anything's better than what you just did.
Yep.
Strike up a conversation with someone at the local Jimmy John's.
I have, against my will, been exposed to the fact that people will go on popular website reddit.com and they will post, "Hey, I'm looking for someone to role play this hyper specific situation with me where I am Logan from X-Men and you are a different member of the X-Men and we will dirty talk with each other and engage in electronic sex.
Hey, to each their own, dude.
I have been exposed to this as a concept that exists in the world.
That's challenging.
On that, there were about 80-some comments. You know, there were people actively interacting with it like, me, pick me. I'm the best one for the job. So that's why I'm kind of wondering why Craigslist. Like, there are people who are so into the most hyper-specific shit that you're just looking for anyone. And I guarantee some motherfucker on reddit.com is willing to be that anyone.
Mm-hmm. What we're saying is that we want you to have what you want.
Yeah,
you're
of
just
course.
doing it in a bad spot. Like that's challenging for me because I'm just learning about it. Okay. And so it's just like, that's a lot to wrap my brain around.
I am sorry. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's much better than Craigslist misconnections.
Just because it's more efficient.
I want you to be Grimace and I want you to ash on my forehead.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to do a role play where I am Grimace and I am your little bitch, and you are Ronald, and you own me, and you ash on my forehead, and you treat me like shit, and I want to sext that out with someone and have electronic sex where me, Grimace, has electronic sex with you, the titular Ronald McDonald, owner and franchisee of the McDonald's corporation. There's someone doing
too
that.
Specific.
There's someone doing that. And you are on Craigslist.
We know.
I just can't reckon with the fact that what they've done is essentially like they're job hunting, and they've essentially been like, okay, I wrote this perfect resume, and then they crumpled it and threw it in the ocean, and they're like, someone will get back to me.
It's even like that could actually end up somewhere. They went back and fucking popped open their DS to play Animal Crossing City Folk, wrote a letter and tossed it into a bottle and into the ocean there, hoping that someone was going to pick up this fucking 20-year-old game and be like, yeah, I guess I was looking for love in this.
All right, next one. This one's just titled Available. Anybody like to visit places? Yeah, dude.
You can't.
Yes, people like to visit places. You can't just fucking...
Yeah, people
ask
like to
that.
visit Mr. Motorcycle's house, all right? That's where they like to go.
Mr. Motorcycle's house is the open road, Tori. Come on.
It is. Mr.
yeah,
Motorcycle's
it is,
house is the open road of sex, okay? Like, because, hey, there's a lot of things to see, a lot of things to do, and there's only so much time, but hey, world is your oyster. You got total freedom on there, baby.
Question.
Yeah.
Is the only difference between a nomad and an unhoused person how much people respect you?
It's how much you upload yourself on the internet.
Huh.
Because if you're a nomad,
That
you're
is-
like posting about it on TikTok.
Fuck, that's worse. That's the worst answer.
People follow tiny van living. They do not follow, hey, I'm really struggling and going through it right now and could use a few resources. They're like disgusting. But when someone's like, I forced my kids to live in a tiny van with me, people are like, I love that. That's so good.
That's so...
Those mid-20s like van life couples are the most annoying people on Instagram because they're like, hey guys, my name's Willie and I'm 25 years old, and despite my hat, I expect you to take me seriously. Now come on to my van that I put a mattress in. Sorry, not gonna do that.
What's annoying is they try and sell it as like, you know, I'm just like totally living free, the open road. Like, I'm just like trying to get by in life and see the beauty of it. My guy, you are getting an $80,000 paycheck from Citibank today because you mentioned them in a TikTok post. Okay? You're not struggling here. Quit trying to sell the struggle. You work. Not a real job, but you do work.
Guys, it's just so hard today. I couldn't find a great place to park my van, and I just want you to know that today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Yeah. Like you're still fucking doing it.
Look, also, if you buy a tiny house or a van, I just know that like in 6 months' time, it will be parked in your parents' backyard. That's just the nature of it.
Yeah.
I should be able to call Child Protective Services on people that move their families into tiny homes.
Yes, we all should be able to.
We should all be able to report tiny home living as like you got to remove that child from there. They're sharing a Murphy bed.
How many kids until it's bad?
Any more than one.
Like if it's two parents and one kid, is that
It
okay?
is any number of children. It's any number of children bad for van life, but
I'm talking a tiny house. Let's say it's a tiny house.
Tiny house. If there is no amount of privacy once one child hits teenager years, that's bad.
That's their tiny house now. You have to get a new one.
Yeah, you have until they reach like 13 years old. You can have one child in a tiny house until they reach 13 years old. If you have two children, once they reach like consciousness age, you got to get them. They're not sharing a room anymore, okay? Like they're going to need to be out of there because y'all
It does
are
not
way too
matter
packed
the
in.
age difference. They will fight, and it will be gruesome.
Once they both reach consciousness age, then you get them out of there.
And Lord have mercy on your soul if one of them reaches consciousness before the other. That's a nightmare scenario because one of them would be all territorial and shit, and the other one just would not understand.
If you have 3 kids, you don't get
You
to
just
live
go
in
to
a
jail.
tiny house.
Yeah, you just go to jail.
go to jail. Hey, I got a great place that's got a lot of tiny living. It's called a prison cell, okay? It's super efficient. The bed and the bathroom, all in one spot, just like your tiny home that you tried to force a child to live in. It's great. You should love this shit if you're so obsessed with tiny living.
And since you're so keen on like scheduling and shit, guess what? There's a hard schedule that you have to adhere to.
And the great thing, there's bunk beds. There's bunk beds. So you and your cellmate have a very efficient spot to stay in. Yeah, that's your pooping corner. I hope you like it.
What happens in prison if you're looking at the bunk beds and then you say like, in my tiny house, I had a pull-out couch.
You get stabbed. It's kind of like that thing where there are like certain offenders in jail that they're just like, no, we don't put up with them. If you're a tiny home liver and you go to jail, that's one of those indefensible crimes where it's like you're going to get beat up. You're going to get your shit kicked in.
Do you think that people ever try listening to this show for the first time and go, why are they so angry at like things that don't matter?
That's the show, baby. All right, this next one is last Saturday. We missed you last Saturday. Was looking forward to sharing that jacuzzi with you, but you didn't show.
That was Mr. Motorcycle Baby. He was in the open. Better shit to do.
I love how this is framed as if like, yes, me and my partner wanted a third and we invited you to our hot tub and you didn't show up. Here is us trying again.
Well, if that's the setup, then it absolutely was to Mr. Motorcycles because he's a bull for sure.
True.
They're trying to lock him down. Can you bottle the wind? No, you cannot. You fucking
No,
He
idiot.
hasn't got
So you
time to
can't
boil
lock
when he's
down.
got a ride.
Yeah. You can't lock Mr. Motorcycle down to a schedule. He's too fucking free.
Too fucking free.
Fuck, we need the Ballad of Mr. Motorcycle to be the next Netflix movie. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs sucked. We need the next Coen Brothers joint to be the Ballad of Mr. Motorcycle.
How do we pitch that so we actually get some of the cut?
The Coen Brothers
I think it's
making
like
a movie about a
self-explanatory.
motorcycle. Yeah.
A guy who's unbelievably cool and rides a motorcycle.
And fucks.
Any studio is picking that up.
That movie already exists, Tyler, actually. It's called Wild Hogs.
It's Tim Allen. Yes, Tim Allen is the titular Mr. Motorcycle.
I like how Tay was like, I'm going to nervously laugh and pretend I also get the reference.
Don't call me out like this.
It could have been John Travolta. It could be Kevin James. It could be David Spade. But we all know the titular Mr. Motorcycle is Tim Allen. We all fucking know it.
Oh, your motorcycle's really hot. Oh. All right, last one I have for you. Walmart, February 21st. Minutes before
That's actually,
9
hold
a.m.
on. That's a great start. Everyone always is way too fucking vague. Like, oh, I saw you, the other
You're
day
right.
in the drive-thru.
They're always
This,
like, Earth,
right to the
daytime.
right to the fucking point. This is the best fucking one. Walmart, February 21st. If you were there, you know.
Milky Way, current era.
Fuck. Might as well start every goddamn Craigslist misconnection with a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Because you ain't ever fucking finding anything that way. However, when you narrow it down, place, time, let's go.
Okay. Minutes before 9 a.m., checkout lane.
Even
10.
better! Holy shit!
This is perfect.
This
A
is literally
masterclass. No notes.
Masterclass.
the perfect one.
I pushed my card in behind you. You looked. I smiled. We exchanged several looks. It was the Walmart checkout lane, so I didn't say anything. I probably should have made small talk to see. You had dark hair, black coat, comfy pants that were light bluish, purplish design. Me, tall guy behind you.
Okay. You had me. I was
I
fully
love-
ready to admit this is the only one that could ever possibly work. And then you fucking ruined it at the end.
Yep. I love that every single misconnections that starts off with this like beautiful, like poetry-esque, like you are a glistening star in the night when I passed you on the freeway in my Ford truck, but I'm schlubby and stupid. Like they always build up the other person and then they're just like, but I'm just a lowly commoner. Why would you ever talk to me?
I was the Muppety loser who a woman like you would never love.
I have the look of a cobbler, like a kind of 16th century cobbler. I kind of look like that. And a modern woman like yourself in comfy pants that were light bluish would never love me.
With a purplish
Light
design.
bluish, purplish. I don't really see that color very well, so.
I am a little bit colorblind, so you'll have to help me out a little bit here or there.
One day when I was cobbling, one of the nails shot up from the sole and fucking hit me right in the left eye. And it fucked my vision really
Fuck
badly.
me up for life, yeah. So, you know what else would fuck you up for life? This show, so stop listening to it. If you have any sense of health for yourself, stop. Anyway, go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, and a review. Really helps us out, gets us in a curated list, shares us around. And if you want to join in on the discourse, you can join our Discord by going to the description of wherever you're listening to this show, and you'll find a link to join our lovely audience, like, for some fucking reason, licensed medical doctor, Salty Ninja MD.
You can also go over to youtube.com/shapelessmedia, which is the corresponding channel with this show. You'll find every single episode along with hundreds of other videos, so give it a watch unless you're a doctor.
Real quick, I did say licensed medical doctor. They could also just be a doctor without a license.
Yeah.
Then you can listen
I
to
have
this
no
show.
idea.
Then you're rad.
Then you can
Then
listen
you
to the
can
show.
listen
Yes,
to this
then
show.
you can listen
Yeah.
to the show.
Like you're living
Unlicensed
dangerously.
professionals only.
You can be a forklift operator and listen to the show the second you get your forklift operator's license. Sorry, you're out.
Once you're
No
certified,
longer.
you're out
No
of here.
dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Commercial
You're too-
driver's license?
Not a chance. Sorry if you're a long haul trucker, you don't get to listen to Baseless Claims.
Plus, you're a long haul trucker. Listen to a longer show or just an hour. Fuck.
Or we podcast now for 3 hours and
No,
exclusively
God.
market ourselves to long haul truckers.
Okay, actually, no, of course not. No.
What are topics truckers want to hear about? Hey, everyone, while you're on Discord, think about topics that if you are a trucker, what do you want to hear about?
top
What
10
are topics for
truck
Next
stop,
week, we got the long haul episode, baby.
top 10 truck stop snacks?
Yeah, let us. If you're a long haul trucker, let us know what your ideal podcast is because I'm just genuinely, actually very curious. We've reached the point in the show where now we give you our final baseless claim for the week. It's what we kind of want you to sit and stew in, you know, like a hot tub, like a dirty hot tub. You're just going to kind of fester in that for a little while, and we'll reconvene next week when we have a new baseless claim for you.
My baseless claim is that the #1 long haul trucker snack from truck stops is cheese fries.
Like the Andes ones, like the crispy ones?
The chip, not the actual French fries covered in cheese.
The only thing that I think comes in any contention with that is like those prepackaged sausage cheese sticks. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, fuck. They're like, yeah, I'm getting some real food in me.
Look, I know this podcast is called Baseless Claims, but I feel certain things are too important for us to just be able to throw out our opinions on. And this is for sure one of those coveted things where it's like, no, you don't get to, hey, brother, you don't get to talk about this one. This is for the truckers only. And also because I think the sausage and cheese sticks would give you way too bad of diarrhea to continue on the road.
Truckers are built different.